Hi, this is going to be a video on the Vertex form of quadratic equations. This should hopefully be a short one because we're only going to look at how to get the vertex from that form. And I also got a snotty little baby here. You can probably hear him breathing. And I want to try to get done before he starts screaming and crying. So that also means we're going to do a bunch of the other stuff in class rather than try to explain it on a video. I've been looking for the last few days on how to try to explain the behavior stuff, and I think I'll just go over better in class. So first, we're just going to concentrate on getting the vertex from the vertex form. So, vertex form is y equals a to some constant times x minus some number in parentheses squared plus some other number. Hold on, 80. The reason this is called vertex form is because the vertex is right in there and you can read the x and y coordinate. The number being subtracted from x inside the parentheses is the x coordinate of your vertex, and the number being added at the end of the equation is the y coordinate. It says the a value in front determines the behavior of the parabola. Basically what that's going to amount to is if a is negative, the parabola is going to open downwards, and if a is positive, it's going to open upwards. There'll be a little more to that, and like I said, I think it'll just be easier to do that in the classroom. So, I'm just going to look at a couple examples here. Y equals x plus 1 quantity squared minus 2. Let me set this up as a pen. Get a decent color. So the vertex. Vertex. Alright, so it's the number being subtracted from x. Since this is x plus 1, that's the same thing as x minus negative 1, comma, and the number at the end is negative 2. So there's our vertex. After you find that, everything else about graphing these is the same as what you were doing last week. You can set up a table. And since the vertex is at negative 1, you'd use, say, 0, 1, 2. Plug each number in and see what you get. That'd be negative 1. If you plug 1 in, that'd be 2. And if you plug 2 in, that'll be 7. And then you have enough points there that you'll be able to do your parabola, get the other half using symmetry, just like before, and graph it from there. So the only new thing is the way this form is written out, you can get your vertex just looking at it. Oh, baby's starting to fuss. Alright, so in this one, your vertex is going to be the number subtracted from x, so that's a 3, comma, the number being added at the end. So there's your vertex. Again, you pick some other numbers for your table. So in this case, since my vertex is at 3, I'd do 2, 1, 0. Plug each in for x and see what you get. Then you could graph it just like last week. So this one looks harder because it has negative 1/2 out front and everything, but the vertex is still the same idea. The number subtracted from x, so this is a positive 2, comma, the number tacked onto the end, 3 for your vertex. Pick 3 other points, either 1, 0, and negative 1, or 3, 4, and 5, whichever way you'd want to go. Plug those in to get your other points for your graph. Alright, one more example. For the vertex, it's the number subtracted from x. So x plus 1 is the same as x minus negative 1, comma, the number back here is negative 4. There's your vertex, negative 1, negative 4. Plot that point. Choose 0, 1, and 2 again. Figure out what the y's are. Plot those 3 points. Once you have that, you know what you can get 3 other points from symmetry. Draw your curve. just like you've been doing this last week. The only difference is in this new form, we can figure out what our vertex is just looking at it. Okay, since everything else about this section is just further shortcuts on this idea. And again, just one final time, we're going to look at how to do those shortcuts together in class during the week after we spend some time just getting used to finding the vertex, looking at the form of the equation. Those of you that have your books and want to get started, there's the assignment that we'll be working on for the first few days of this week. And I'll see you in class. Thank you. Bye.